It's early morning at Capitol Park. This was the largest locomotive depot in Pretoria.
Friends of the Rail is a Section 21 company. We're a company not for gain. We're purely in the hobby for preservation, preserving steam in South Africa and allowing people to enjoy a bygone era of steam train haulage and trips to various destinations. I'm the driver for Friends of the Rail. I'm actually the first private driver in the history of South African Railways and the first private person in the world to be a qualified steam locomotive driver for steam haulage, freight and passenger. And I do a lot of instruction here. I do a lot of training as far as fire lighting, firemen and drivers are concerned. Well, today we have what we call a hands-on. We invite the public to come along. We teach them the basics of the operational side of a locomotive and how to drive a locomotive, where the various gauges and handles and levers sit, so that they can get the feel of a locomotive and how to drive a steam engine, to enjoy that bygone era and listen to the beat of the engine, the smell of the steam, the oil and the coal burning, and basically have a very enjoyable day on the footplate. Well, you know, it's adults that come along, come along to do this for the day, but actually end up being little children on the footplate. It is such a great experience that all the adulthood seems to go and the childhood seems to come straight back into that person and they relive it on the footplate. Big toys, big boys.
James is a student driver with Les being his instructor.
All right, like you see, reverser. That is to reverse the engine in forward and back gear. Okay? The numbers you see on there are percentage cut-offs. Okay. We're not going to be using that today. We only use that when we're running on the main line. Okay. In other words, like the car, first, second, third, fourth and fifth gear. Okay. That's exactly what that is.
So fifth is like here and first is like here.
Well, correct. Fifth is going to be here at 50% and first is going to be here at 80%. We're just going to be staying in first gear. Okay. End of story. Right. This unit is your ejector. That is the braking unit of the locomotive. That's the small ejector. That is the large ejector. Okay. Regulator, accelerator. And then this item here, very, very useful. It's called a drifter. That, when you open it, allows a certain amount of steam to go into the cylinder in the front, okay, which helps you, enables you to pick up the load of the train and get the engine moving at a certain speed. Then you start opening your regulator to apply more steam into the cylinders to get the train moving at a faster pace. Right now, we have no brakes. The brakes have been applied to the train. Okay? Because both needles are standing down. These brakes work on a vacuum system. So we now want to create vacuum. We're going to be opening the small ejector. This thing's quite hot, so we do that. We do that, and we'll notice that the needles start rising, okay, to create 64 kilopascals of vacuum. In other words, I like to work on the inches, the old book. So we're going to be coming to 19 inches, all right? Brake is applied. This needle will not move because the train brake is now on. If we put that lever into that position, which we call the running position, that needle will rise and start creating vacuum, which allows the brake blocks to be released off the wheels now. Can you hear that sound? Yeah. That's the brake blocks now releasing. Okay. The train's brakes are now released. Okay. Now we want to move forward. That lever there, quite correct, is open. That is the cylinder cock lever. Okay. That is those little valves, those little water cocks underneath the cylinder, which allow condensated water to escape. When we pull off, you will see a lot of steam being blown out there with water. Don't worry about that, perfectly normal. Right now we're going to be moving. So you're going to be looking out your window, you're going to look forward. There's nobody around the locomotive, you're going to look back. Make sure there's nobody around that side. Okay. Then you're going to say to the fireman, Fireman! Fireman! Wait! Fireman! Check if the train is clear that side, please, front and back. Check if the train is clear, please. Clear? Yeah. Yep. Right. Now you're going to open that drifter valve. You're going to open this valve here, lift it up because it's got a little slot in it, and pull it back. Right. Now we're allowing steam to go into the front. You hear the sound? You hear it? Right. Close it. And the steam cuts off. Okay. Right. Now we want to move forward. You're going to put the engine in forward gear.
Forward is forward, eh?
Yes. Push it forward. That needle goes there. Pull that lever back to the center position, and it'll lock. Right. Now you're going to blow the whistle, just to inform people around the train that the train is about to move. You can once, twice, long, short, whatever you want. Right, now you're going to open that drifter valve. Up there you can see the pressure building up in the steam chest pressure going. Now your train is starting to move. Now we're going forward. Now we're going to be going forward at this pace. It's going to start moving. Pull that regulator back first stage. Pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. It'll stop. Feel it. Right, you're now on first stage. Now, any movement beyond that will allow more steam to come in. So open your regulator. The handle, pull it open a little bit. Works on a cam system. Imagine a bump like this and you're trying to get it over there. There we go, that's already plenty. Yeah. Okay, now you can close it a little bit because you've got a little bit too much there. Right, well, it's there. Perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now you have a look at the front. You see your train is clear. Nobody in the front. Train is clear. Everything's straight. The water stopped coming out the cylinders. You can close that lever. Now if you listen to the beat of the engine, it's nice and soft. We're moving at a nice slow speed. Train is under control. Everything is honky-dory. You close your drifter valve. We don't need that extra bit of steam now. Now we're moving on. We're going to be going over a series of points. Points is where the lines split. We're going to be moving beyond the top set of points, and then we'll be applying a brake to make a stop, and then we're going to be setting back down the main line. There you go. You're going to apply a little bit more regulator. That's it. A little bit more. Perfect. Here we go. Then you know, that's like fucking putting it there from one robot to the next.
Okay, okay.
Right, now you can close the regulator and you can start applying the brake. Close it all. Okay? Yes, apply the brake. Bring that needle to number 15 there, 15 inches. A little more. The train comes to a standstill and apply the brake fully. 100%. Right. Thank you. Right, now we're going to be setting back down the line. So you're going to put your engine in back here. Right. Now because we are going on this particular line backwards, we're actually going to be going downhill. So we need to control the speed of the train. Okay? The way you control the speed of the train is we're not going to be using the regulator at all. Coming back, yes, then we're going to use the regulator, then you can hear the engine work and advance. Okay. Sound your hooter, your whistle. Release the brake into the running position. Yeah, there, that position there. Needle will go up 19 inches, open the drifter, and the train will start moving backwards. Tell you, close the drifter. Yeah, you see what happens is on the inside of the wheel there's a flange. Yeah. And as you start going around the curve, then the flange starts rubbing against the inside of the rail, which automatically slows the train down. Right, you can close the drifter.
James is in charge of Class 24 locomotive SAR number 3664, which was built in 1949 by the North British Locomotive Company. It has a wheel arrangement of 284, popularly known as the Berkshire type. She was the first locomotive allocated to Friends of the Rail for preservation, and after 4 years of hard work, the engine was restored to working order in 1996. Number 3664 is one of 100 lightweight branch lines engines originally built for Namibia. It was withdrawn from the service in 1988.
Now, how we control the train when we apply the brake, we take it out to 15 inches. 15 inches is what we call a minimum application. When the needle hits 15 inches, the brake blocks then come and they just touch the wheel. They haven't applied yet. They touch the wheel, which allows the train to slow down very slowly. What we call a blue train stop. The guys at the back in the family haven't got beers and wine and everything all over them.
The train drifts down beside the coal stage, a massive girder structure of steel that used to store thousands of tons of coal.
Okay, you can close your drifter. Okay. And you can start applying the brake. Blue train stop and apply the brake. Right. You're going to sit there, you're going to pick your feet up, you're going to stick your feet on here for me. Engine in forward gear. Release the brake. And open the drifter. Now we're going to use the drifter just to get the weight of the train moving. At this stage probably about 150, 160 tons. We're going to get it moving. Once we get to the moving point, just before the nose starts going around that curve, you're going to start opening the regulator because now we're going to be going up a hill. Now we've got to hear the engine working. Open the regulator. Give it a good kick on the regulator there. Apply a little bit more regulator. Perfect. Back a little bit. Towards you. That's it. Now you can hear the beat in the engine. Leave it over like that. Slide up.
Crossing is clear.
Okay, you're going to shut your regulator down, close your drifter, and start applying brake. 15 inches and hold it at 15 inches, and you will have what we call a blue train stop. And put your glass. That's it, perfect. Cylinder cock's open. Check your drifter is closed.
Yeah.
Check that your regulator is closed. 100%.
Excellent. Thank you very
Well
much. Really appreciate it. That was excellent.
Pleasure,
Thank
man.
you.
Well done, well
That
done.
was great. Yeah.
That's good.
Jeez. Absolutely awesome. It was lovely. It's like it's a blast from the past. Something that everyone will do or everyone will even get to see these days, you know. You don't see this. I mean, you sit in the back, maybe you see one go past. This is awesome, man.